This week on SailAway. After a rough 1,500-mile passage and a little holiday R&R, we're finally back to the boat, trying to get things in order and get this restoration fully underway. But we've got frozen eggs, a trash can attacking our boat.
Terrible.
Yay. And worst of all, water inside the boat. And no real idea where it's coming from.
I think confirms to me that it's coming from here. I think everything on the top side of the boat needs rebedded and resealed. Every single thing.
But first and foremost, we need to make this boat a home.
It feels like home, but it feels new because we know that it still needs a lot of love, and so things pop up frequently that need attention that we're not expecting. We're going to focus on some of the comforts.
And we show you just what we mean by that with a comparison to our previous boat. All while showing you a different kind of marina life.
Ever wish you could escape normal life and experience more of the world?
So maybe on that island.
Well, we did just that. We sold everything we owned on dry land and sailed away.
Promise me that we'll sail away.
Now we are roaming the planet in search of new adventures and sharing it with you every week.
Just promise me that we'll sail away.
So hit subscribe and escape normal with us.
And I'll be yours forevermore.
Come on, it's just that little button down there. That's it.
You know you're in the cold weather.
What's the matter?
Yeah, I don't know what these are going to be like.
Our fridge has never had to not work so hard.
It's like, this is easy, guys. What do we do? Well, I can be a freezer.
Terrible.
What are they going to do?
Tell us to leave.
So this is squarely in the ask for forgiveness, not permission category, but I'm remounting their trash cans. Can you see that? Can you see how it's... These things flare out. They've got them right at the very edge of the dock. And the guy over here said that they hit boats all the time. Regardless, it's way too close. So I'm just gonna slide them forward and remount them. It's easier than trying to figure out a way to manipulate our boat just right so it doesn't hit this right in the middle of where we need to be. So I'm trying to do it fast.
Okay, get at it.
Ask your dad to come here and unscrew this other one while I remount this one.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
What you got in there? All right, Bear. Good. School. So you can be smart. Denny. And your tablet. Oh, and the headphones. Very good. Nice job, man. It's not going anywhere.
He's just heading off.
No, I told him he could go say hi to those kids.
Yeah. No. Well, there's nice space here. We need to pump up all our fenders. I think we'll be in good shape. Okay, Zeke, you can come down now.
We knew there was a problem, and it looks like, as with everything, it is more extensive than we thought it was going to be.
Yay. Yeah, so as we may have said in videos before this, the boat performed amazingly well. The single biggest issue was water ingress from the top, because in rough seas you just take a lot of water over the deck, and the hatches, lots of hatches were leaking, and we know we need to rebed all those. Poor John was getting dripped on in here, and his sheets were wet and all this stuff. But we started to notice under the floorboard we could see water in the crack, and then when it was real bad, it was sloshing up over the edge of the floorboard and bringing dirt with it. And John pulled this piece of flooring up while they were sort of like cleaning out and getting ready to leave, and there was a ton of water on this flat piece of floor here. And in the center part of this boat, you know, there's no bilge. There's nowhere for this, for if water comes in through hatches or wherever, there's no place for it to run to. So we just got to figure out, where all it's coming from. And I had thought it was going to be more of a compression post, maybe even that door aid that goes into this closet. But then I opened this below the bed in the hobbit hole, and this is what I've discovered. And I think that's been there a while. I don't think this is all from our trip, but it seems to be a sealed fiberglass enclosure. Could it be coming in through skylights or windows, or is it all just coming in through the hatches, which we're planning to reseal anyway? But we just don't know. So I want to drag all this gooey, yucky stuff out of here.
Just make it quick. This place is gross now.
It is kind of gross now because we took the floor off. Anyway, there's these conduits that run back and forth, so that there is an entry place for those right there. Theoretically, there could be water under this as well. So I've got some excavating to do. Oh, and it's like foam back, so it's like, Jesus Christ.
Why would you use that for your walls, first off? And why would you just stuff it in there?
Well, the foam backing kind of makes walls look a little better, but yeah, of all the places to stuff it.
Why wouldn't you just finish the job?
That might be a better question. Might need some rum in my coffee. Should I lick it?
No. No.
No salt. So
All of our plants, I don't know. I mean, it just has to be coming in when it's raining then.
that's perplexing.
This is not what you want to find on your boat.
No. Generally, you don't want to find anything on your boat because usually it's a bad thing. Now, we did prove that wrong by finding a spinnaker, but usually if you find something, it's not something good. Yeah, I'm gonna need another bag.
Alright, let me go get you another bag.
So does that mean it's two separate leak issues? The one that was causing all this and a different one that's going in there? That was one of the dumber things I've seen you do. He's laughing, so at least there's that.
At least it doesn't hurt.
Puts his hand in the hatch and then pushes his hand on the hatch.
Gonna need that today.
Ooh. Thought you were just giving me my coffee.
Oh no, I'm not that nice.
Wow. Yeah, that's... It's a motivator. I found more.
Yay.
This was not anywhere near as full as this one. These are all separate compartments though. They don't flow into each other. So this one had water up to about here. It wasn't much, it was just that much. I got it out of there. And then these two side ones, I'm sure this one I'm sitting on has the same, have about an inch in them. Mm-hmm. They're not as bad as these middle ones, and I think confirms to me that it's coming from here. Because these are not connected, so it can't be coming from the side to get into this middle where it was the fullest. Mm-hmm. Obviously it's not flowing from here to here, so I think it's got to all be coming from here. And it's just accumulated over time, probably 5 years. It's just been building up. This one, however, even though it was only this much and it was real dirty, so it's been accumulating even longer, but it's coming from that. I think everything on the top side of the boat needs rebedded and resealed. Every single thing. Probably the handrails, probably the stanchions, hardware for the forestay. Obviously, this has been leaking too. So whatever is going on the floor down here is a combination of that, and there maybe some of this has been seeping its way out somehow, whenever it sloshes. I think that's probably why it got so wet on the passage. The water sloshes up out of here, and then probably just seeps right through and down. And so it was adding to the water on the floor down there. There's your water ingress report. This boat still feels new to us. It feels like home, but it feels new because we know that it's still needs a lot of love, and so things pop up frequently that need attention that we're not expecting. You go sail 9 days, some of them pretty rough, probably our hardest sailing we've ever done, but that area, as you just saw, had some definite water issues. Anyway, this wasn't what we expected to do the first thing we woke up this morning. Thank goodness Lauren made me happy coffee, which I had to cut with some regular coffee. Anyway, all that said, I'm very excited to get started on what is a mammoth list of things that I would like to get done before we leave this dock. And I have to admit to myself that it's probably unattainable. We're going to focus on some of the comforts. We've been missing a lot of things that we got very used to living with, not just on land. We had Cecilia set up with a lot of those simple comforts. And they might sound silly, but a 4-slice toaster, a microwave, even a little puny microwave. We want to put a nicer little sound bar on our TV. Yes, we do like to watch TV, even though we have escaped from the world. All those little comforts that make you feel like your house is your haven, someplace you want to be. You have a rough day, you want to come home to your nice haven of a home that feels comfortable and cozy, and you don't have to work too hard just to exist. And, you know, we want it to look nice, and it's far from it right now. Some little details we can do pretty quick and pretty easy before we really dig into like the wall panels and stuff. I think we're going to try and get on that pretty quick. All the stuff that make it a home. And if we can knock a lot of that stuff out and make ourselves feel comfortable, you know, happy about where we live, that will fuel our ambition to work on the harder things. Probably should stop yammering and actually do some work. Lauren's downstairs putting away a bunch of stuff, so yeah, I've talked long enough. I think we can all agree on that. I don't think that worked. Get our own Dolphin Show here.
Of all the places we've been, this is the closest we've been to dolphins when docked or just at anchor or anything.
Back here in the industrial part of
Charleston.
Beautification. Hashtag beautification.
Trying to be cool. Cool kids.
Yeah. I feel like we need to always have a action head cam on your head pointing at your face for when I say things.
Stupid faces.
Yeah. We need that 2-shot of you looking at me like I'm a dumbass. 20 balls.
20 balls.
Somebody went to Home Goods.
It was us. We went to Home Goods.
That's cool.
Fancy. This is another where I feel like we're maybe just putting lipstick on a pig, but...
I mean, that is kind of the case in...
But if you put enough lipstick on it...
Pigs need lipstick too. You don't mind a little fiberglass in your toothbrush, right?
That's your toothbrush that's right there, so... Fancy! Now we gotta like...
Patch all the holes and get all the goo off the wall and probably paint it.
But for now we have a mirror.
That's cool.
It's fun.
You got a toilet, a trash can, and a toilet brush.
And a new toilet seat.
A new toilet seat. Y'all, you take for granted how easy it is to go buy a new toilet seat when you buy it, when you move into a new place. I don't know about you, but most of the time it's the first thing I do if we move someplace new. Let's go replace all the toilet seats. Even if they don't look gross. And this one looked really gross. But we had to live with it. Ta-da! Who knows how long it will hold up to nautical life, but it looks nice now. This is our slip. That's a pretty big one.
It pours out black smoke.
Yeah, I mean
I saw some black smoke.
They got pretty powerful diesels that run their motors. And then we got this one coming out. He just got pulled off of that dock by that tug. All kinds of action out here today. Got another thing coming in right there. You see him pushing on the bow, Rivers? I think this is a pretty cool dock. People sitting at home and planning and dreaming about coming out and sailing full time and visiting exotic places. This is probably not what they're picturing. You know, we're surrounded by, there's another huge freight dock on the other river across this little peninsula here. Right over here, gravel and coal and a bunch of other stuff, I assume. And then in front of us, another massive freighter dock. This guy's been getting loaded up for the last day or so. And you know, people who are thinking of this, usually, you know, they're picturing beaches and crystal clear water and 85-degree temperatures. And don't get me wrong, but like, we love a beautiful deserted beach. My point is, we still love those, but variety is the spice of life. And it's really interesting here to sit and watch how all this stuff happens. And so I really kind of dig this change of scenery. You know, it's cool to sit here with Rivers and watch all this stuff happening, and he can see, you know, how the ships operate and how the tugs operate and how the cranes work. And we're very eager to get back to warm weather and beautiful waters and tropical locations and countries we've never been to. But we also really appreciate places like this as much as you might see reviews. Oh, it's in a very industrial place. It's just tons of ships going by and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's kind of awesome. Never a dull moment. And yeah, a few waves. Pretty cool. Good morning, everyone. We have been at this dock for almost a month now. But I thought I would give you just a little bit of a look around the boat. Things have calmed down. We've kind of gotten our act together, and the boat doesn't feel like a crazy hellhole. What was that look?
No, it doesn't. So there's all the work.
There's a lot of work, that's the thing. Right now, look at this. Lauren is working on a computer.
Crazy!
With all this space. We've kind of cleaned up. This table will always be chaos to some extent. We have a new office chair that didn't fit in my office. Our nav station is newly organized. Let's take a look at the kitchen. Kitchen. Much, much cleaner, neater. Things were just so crazy after the passage, and everything was kind of a wreck. We spent a lot of time just cleaning the boat and trying to get back to a state of normal. Happily, Santa Claus was pretty good with the appliances this year. So we have a microwave here finally, which we've been wanting for a long time. They're crazy cheap here in the States. They're not cheap in Grenada. Lauren got an air fryer for Christmas. Rivers got a 4-slice toaster. It's his favorite thing in the world. And just a couple other little knickknacks. If you are familiar with IKEA, and you know where those came from. And then, last but not least, my studio is finally put back together with a functioning computer and a new chair. This was the second attempt at a chair. I had to go cheap and tiny.
And,
So
that was the one.
yeah, so this was the one we wound up with.
I mean,
It's not particularly stylish,
it's comfy though.
but it's very comfy. But man, this sucker barely fits. I've got to basically do yoga to get in there. But once I'm in, it's not too bad. It's pretty comfy. Maybe we'll see you in the Bahamas in about a month and a half.
First one going.
Yeah, they're headed to the Bahamas. Well, they're headed south and then to the Bahamas.